Creepers. What's up, you guys? It's Clearski and I'm back, and I wanted to start this vlog off. Right back behind me here is a giant flagpole. If you guys could see, it's at half stat, to remind us of all the fallen soldiers here at Willamette National Cemetery, folks that have served and done other things in their life, but their memories will always be kept alive, and like I said, their memories will never truly die as long as we pay our homage and respect by doing things like lowering the flag at half stat for fallen soldiers and people that have served for our country. But like I said, I'm back here today at Willamette National Cemetery here in Portland, Oregon. It is a pretty beautiful day. The sky is blue, but it is cold because it is winter. But the reason why I came back up here today, which we've crept up here to many of times, so after this vlog, if you guys haven't checked out some of our previous vlogs, or creeps if you will, you can go back after this vlog and check them out. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, but I wanted to come back up here today to pay respects to somebody that I thought was incredibly awesome and accomplished a lot in his life. Not only did he serve in the military here, but he also went on to work for Walt Disney Studios and was born and raised here in Portland, Oregon. Actually was in Boring, Oregon, which is Clackamas County, but his final resting place is right here behind us, and that's Mr. Bob Robert Wayne AMSBERRY. That's right, Mr. AMSBERRY, like I said, was an Oregon native. Went on to do a lot, but he is best known for his role as Bob on the Mouseketteers. That's right, the Mickey Mouse Club on Disney Channel, which I believe is still running strong to this day. I remember as a kid watching the Mickey Mouse Club, but I'm talking about the original Mickey Mouse Club with the Mouseketteers, Annette Funicello. Yeah, if that rings a bell, then you'll probably remember seeing Bob. He did a lot of skits on the show, voiced a lot of characters, but before that he actually worked out here in Portland in 1954 through 56, maybe into 57, at a local radio station, which is KEX Radio now, which I believe still was then, to this day hasn't changed its name. But Bob worked as Uncle Bob's Critters show, and he had that show on KEX, like I said, where he basically created all the little acts and voiced all the characters, all the little squirrels and all the little animals on the show. Bob did the whole thing himself, and his buddy George Bruins actually went on, that worked at KEX with him, went on to work for Walt Disney Studios during the production of Sleeping Beauty. Now George knew how incredibly talented his friend Robert was, so he basically told Walt Disney himself he knew this guy in Portland that was incredible, had a little character show, and basically gave Disney the wind, and it perked Walt Disney's ears. So he directed George to actually go ahead and offer him a role in the 1957 Sleeping Beauty movie, where he voiced a couple of the characters. Now, he wasn't originally credited in the movie for voicing some of the kind of unscripted characters or sounds that he did. So years later, I believe they fixed it, but his final resting place is just right over here, you guys. So I would love it if you guys crept over here with me and check this out. Not to mention, we're going to talk a little bit more about what Bob did, and then I'm going to share a photo with you guys. But if you guys heard in the opening credits, that was actually the theme song for the Mouseketteers. So pretty cool. And if you guys can see, here is Robert's final resting place. Born June 2nd, 1928, unfortunately passed away November 21st of 1957. But Bob, like I said, went on to work for Walt Disney Studios, and after he did his character roles with Sleeping Beauty, he went on to do parts for the Mouseketteers. Now, he was probably the least known out of the three adult characters. Bob played several roles, anywhere from like a plumber to a soda jerk, counter guy, all kinds of things that he did. But only really worked for about 3 seasons because Bob, according to his buddy, got a note actually that released him from work from Disney. So Walt Disney himself ordered Bob to come work for him, and then he also unfortunately told Bob that his little shticks and stuff, Disney just didn't really, I guess he really didn't feel, which kind of led a lot of people to believe that there was other reasonings as to why Bob was let go. But his buddy did kept Bob under contract until about a year later. So you did see him in doing skits throughout, and a lot of voice characterizations after Walt did ask him to leave. So, but pretty cool that you would think that a small-time radio show host would go on to work for Walt Disney. Now, if you guys know, Disney does have a huge tie-in to Oregon. Walt's family's childhood home is from here, and also his sister Ruth Flora Disney is buried here as well. So like I said, if you guys can go back and check out some of those previous vlogs, but I just think it's so ironic, the connection from Oregon to Disney. So many famous people and people that went on to work for Disney and voice and everything like that. So pretty interesting, and just like I said, any connections to Portland and things like that, I just love it. But yeah, after he voiced some characters in the 1957 Sleeping Beauty movie, Bob went on to work for the Mouseketteers. But unfortunately, Bob passed away November 20th, which his headstone here says November 21st. So maybe it was at midnight, or there was some other stipulations. But ironically, it was in a car accident here in Portland, Oregon. And for many years, Bob always told different people that would drive him to the studios down at Disney, there was many recollections of him always telling people to slow down and pay attention, and that their driving was erratic. So ironically, Bob was actually killed in an automobile accident, which there's an article here in the Oregonian that features that section, or that information, which I'll try and find links to and post as well. But I wanted to just come here today, like I said, and pay respects to Bob and his family, keep his memory alive, and not to mention the coolness that I thought it was that not only from Oregon, but went on to work for Disney. So, but here's a picture that I brought from Bob, with me, of Bob, and you guys can see he's got the classic Mickey Mouseketteer shirt on there. So yeah, really unfortunate that he only lived, I believe it was maybe 29 years or so. If you guys do the math here, you'll see, but he definitely accomplished a lot in his life. So very cool, very cool. But this is his final resting place, so may you rest in peace, Bob. And I love it. I love Walt Disney. I love the tie-ins to Oregon, and I just find it to be incredible how many great famous people not only have served for our country, but I just find it so cool. So I love you guys so much. I'll keep this short, and thank you so much for tuning in. As always, you guys can hit that little likes up button now. You can do me one better, you can ring that little bell, that way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. I love you guys so much. So let me know, maybe you guys remember some of your favorite characters or skits, or if just genuinely remembering the Mouseketteers. So until then, I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Creeper out for now. Peace, you guys.